Hey, good evening. It is Thursday night at 9:40 p.m. and you are tuning into the Burning River Browns Talk Show. I am your host, Lou Marconi at L Marconi 251 on Instagram, at L Marconi 1973 on Twitter X. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. This is the Burning River Browns Talk on the Fanatical Elves Network, a subsidiary of the Fans First Sports Network. Yes, this is an interesting topic because I'm seeing some people talking about the defense. Some people talking about the 2023 defense. Hey, see you tomorrow night, Sherry. Sherry's my co-host. She had to comment. Thank you, Sherry. I'm talking about I want to have a discussion about the Browns defense and the Browns 2023 defense on the road. ESPN analyst Megan Kahn made a recent comment, was seeing that there was a weakness and they were pantsed. Pretty much what she said in the AFC wildcard game. Partially true with a reason. And there's a little bit more to that story, that wild card game. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was at 45-14 was the final. Okay. But that defense didn't give up 45 points. We're going to talk more in depth. I'm going to go through all the road games and explain why that was it. We were in the place that we were in, and we'll go over that. And we'll take too long. And I hope everybody's doing well. But before we go any further, without any further ado, I need to take a break from our sponsors. All right, back. That was a break for our sponsors. Thanks for sticking with me. Okay, let's start here. Let's just start first. Let's go through the road games just real quick, and let's just break it down for you, and then I'll get to the wild card game and why people are mistakenly thinking like, oh, this defense didn't travel well. There's maybe two games you could think of that was like that. Let's start with the first one, which was the Monday night game at Pittsburgh. Browns lost 26-22. What happened? Well, two things. There was a pick six right away, and there was a fumble recovery return for a touchdown. So the offense gave up 14 points, and the Steelers only won by four. That defense played really good in that game. So that definitely wasn't the case. The next one, if I am not mistaken, because we played Tennessee at home, we played Baltimore at home, we had the bye week, played San Francisco at home, and if I'm not mistaken at all, and I'm going to double check this, we were in, I think, Indianapolis at that point, and I just want to make sure I got that right. If I'm not mistaken, hang on, let me go ahead. Let me go back up and look at this because I'm looking at the games right now. Yep, we were in Indianapolis, and that was the 39-38 score. That's right, 39-38. We were in Indianapolis, then we were in Seattle. Okay, defense didn't play great against the Colts. There was a lot of shifting that we weren't used to, and we had to adjust throughout the game. But defense caused a lot of points that game too, and the defense got the stop when they needed to in the fourth quarter in order to have PJ Walker drive down the field to get that go-ahead touchdown. PJ Walker actually made some pretty good plays in that game, especially on that last drive. The Seattle game, that was a defensive breakdown in the last minute because PJ Walker's interception. They did drive down and score that touchdown. It was a 24-20 loss. All right. Then let's go to the next road game after that. That was in Baltimore. The Browns won 33-31. Two the 14 of those 31 points against Baltimore, one was a pick six and another one was a muffed punt that was inside the 10-yard line. So there again, yeah, 31 points was given up, but 14 of it really wasn't the defense's fault. They were put in bad situations. Again, in Denver, 29-12. There were at least three turnovers that caused double-digit points in that game. And here we go. Here we go. Here's another one. Here's another one. A 36-19 loss. The Rams. We were in Los Angeles with like I'm thinking it was like early fourth quarter. We were only down 20-19 in the game, and a safety was given up and two turnovers that led to touchdowns. So it was like 16 points. That was not the defense. Okay, next road game after that was the Christmas Eve in Houston, and it was against Case Keenum. Whoop de doo. It was against Case Keenum, and it was a pretty much we blew him out, which Case Keenum stunk, and he couldn't do anything. When we put our backups in, we had to put our starters back out there, which was rough, which was rough. But anyway, going back here, the next road game after that was the final game against Cincinnati. It was a 31-14 loss. We sat all of our starters. It was the right thing to do. Now let's go to the 45-14 Texans loss. Yes, the defense did not play well. Let's go over this. What was being exploited in that game? We didn't have Juan Thornhill and we didn't have Rodney McLeod. Um, the God, what was his name? The safety for the safety from Ohio State. I'm losing it. Somebody comment for me. I just had his name's on the tip of my tongue. The safety from Ohio State is undrafted rookie free agent safety. I want to think it was Hankman was his name. Let me go ahead and pull up. I'm going to pull up the roster real quick and pull it up. And if I'm not mistaken, it was the safety from Ohio State that had to play, and it was somebody um, that CJ Stroud knew very well because he practiced against them. So they exploited that weakness, is what they did. That's mostly what it was, and they did a very good job of scheming away from Myles Garrett, and the rest of the defense really didn't play that well overall. I mean, no, the overall defense did not play that well, but I'll give credit where credit is due. When when it came down to the game, what I mean by the game, it was oh, let's see, we were down by 10 going into halftime. And the reason why they got that touchdown in the last minute was because of a BS penalty, but that's neither here nor there. You still got to play through that. But the very first drive of the third quarter, the Browns defense got to stop. Okay. And after the Browns defense got the stop, Joe Flacco was driving down the field. Guess what happened? Pick six. We were driving. We were about to score. We were driving. Pick six. Boom. Then the next offensive play after that, another pick six and ran it back. So that was essentially what happened in that game was the two pick sixes. We were down 10. Next thing you know, we're down 24 within a blink of an eye. So it was just way too much. So the whole thing to look at and to just let me go. I'm going to get the safety's name right here. Defensive backs running Juan Thornhill, Ronnie Hickman. Ronnie Hickman. I was close. It was Ronnie Hickman. He was the one playing. I had to look him up. Thanks for staying with me on this. Ronnie Hickman. So Ronnie Hickman was stuck in there. So he was being exploited. The Browns defense did give up one touchdown in the second half, but we were we were down. I want to say, yeah, we were down by that score. We were only down 10 points at halftime, and we were driving after we got a stop, and those back-to-back pick sixes pretty much just ended the game effectively because we went from being down 10 to being down 24 real fast. And two pick sixes will kill you, especially in the playoffs. And that's more or less what happened. So they made some changes to the offense. That's why they made the changes to the offense with the offensive coaches, backup quarterbacks, extra offensive linemen. So we're not stuck with the third and fourth offensive linemen we have. We signed a lot of people. We saw where the weaknesses were and we faced that. This team's going to be better next year, but there's two things holding this team back in 2024: themselves and any potential injuries. If they stay healthy and they play the way to their potential, the sky's the limit with this team. We have a very good roster and we have a very good team. But that was my point. The truth about the defense, yes, they on paper, but the devil is always in the details. There was a lot of situations that defense was put in that was really rough. And that defense at home was phenomenal because the offensive didn't turn the ball over as much at home. Essentially was what it was. So guys, hey, it's just a talking point a lot of people make, and it's fine. Megan Kime can say whatever she wants. Everybody else can say whatever they want. 2023 has passed. But if you look at what the front office did this offseason to improve the offense, to improve the defense, and to improve backup quarterback and backup tackles positions, they did really good. They did very good. So remember that. Just remember that when you're thinking about this as the season goes on. And guys, always remember, I will see you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock for the Friday night edition. Ed in Columbus will be with me from the Dog Chug. Sherry, my co-host, will be on, and Jarrell from the Fanatical Elves will be on as well. My colleague, my friend, we're going to be playing a game. We're going to have fun. Please join us. And always remember, when the river burns, it burns brown and orange. I'll see you tomorrow night at 9.